So Steve Stout was on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp. He brought Shannon Sharp through the hoods of Queensbridge. Him and Shannon Sharp was having a discussion about Dame Dash. Steve Stout says Dame Dash, big ego, his massive ego is the reason why Dame Dash is in the situations that he is in right now. I've seen a lot of people in uproar in favor, and some people disagree. Um, I definitely feel like Damon Dash is in a situation because of his ego. I don't care what people say. When I see you do a lot of big talking and there's no backing up of that talk, that leads me to believe that maybe you're a fraud. Now, we can't call Dame a fraud because we see that Dame has done successful business before, and we've seen him excel to the top of the music industry. But he had two partners. He had someone called a cheat code, who was Sean Jay-Z Carter, and he had his business partner Kareem Biggs. So Kareem Bigsburg. So I would wonder if Dame is that solidified businessman by himself, or does he need a team around him to help propel him? You know, a lot of people need the proper people around you to propel you to greatness. I'm sure if LeBron James didn't have the right people around him, he couldn't structure himself the way that he is to make himself a successful ball player and a successful businessman, because he is both. You know, he's a billionaire. He's a big sports icon. He's been in movies. He's directed movies. He's been all over the globe, has the international iconic figure, LeBron James. But there's a team that comes with it. Not taking away anything from, of course, LeBron James is the fuel that fueled the machine, because he had to propel himself to greatness in sports to get where he needs to be. So, but for the success of everything else, and even in sports, he has to have a team around him that can help him do all that stuff. And I think Dame Dash has the ability to rub people the wrong way. I see a lot of people that's from the crew, the Rockefeller crew, and they do interviews. They talk good about Dame Dash, but you can see there's an underlying statement that they always made. But Dame was this and Dame was that, but Dame was this and Dame was that. Yeah, Dame looked out for us here, but then Dame was this and Dame was that. And it seems to be a never-ending story with that. And if you disagree, you need to go look back at some of these interviews. And then you need to look why Dame and a lot of these guys are not friends, even though they're not with Jay right now. They're out on their own. Dame and them still aren't friends. Why do you believe that is? You know, you have to use context clues that they taught you in first grade. So at sometimes we have to wonder about situations. We don't have to wonder what's going on with Dame Dash and Jay-Z. We rarely see Jay-Z speak on Dame Dash. And when I see Jay-Z speak on Dame Dash, he's giving Dame credit for being savvy, being a good businessman, and doing their thing together. That they built an empire together. The last time I seen Jay-Z publicly spoke on Dame Dash, it was at the was it the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, when he was giving Dame's props, and he couldn't have been here without Dame. They did it together, and he, couldn't leave Dame out of the speech. And I have to commend that. At times, I do see Dame seeming like he wants to end the problem, but Dame is hurt. You can tell, and it's coming from a hurt place. You can just tell that by the conversations that he's having. That's a hurt brother, and he is in a space where, I don't know. I do think that if one of them was to die, or Dame was to die, Jay was to die, don't want to call death on the brothers, but I'm just trying to use this as an example, that both of them would be there at the funeral. I think that they have a brotherhood that has been, sometimes people, you and your own siblings don't get along. You go years without talking to family members. I know I have. So I can't look at Dame and Jay, who calls themselves brothers, who Dame still refers to them, Big Stu, as his brother, but they're not talking, they're not dealing, but he still refer to them as his brother. I understand that there can be times when you can feel like a person has wronged you enough that you don't want to deal with them, and that it'll take years maybe decades before you and that person can have a sit down and conversate about mending things together. And sometimes it never gets back to the same. But as adults and as people that love each other, you just try to do the best that you can. So I understand that Dame is hurt and I understand why he's going through the things that he's going. But yeah, I agree with Steve Stout to pretty much say what I'm saying. I agree with Steve Stout. I agree with everything that he says. I think Dame being the person that he is the reason why he's in the situation that he's in right now. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Drop it in the comment section. I'm out.